Hello, everyone. This is Callie Teagarden, and I want to welcome you to the SendOutCards business presentation. I am really excited about tonight's presentation as I have got a special guest and my really great friend, real estate broker Gail Zintek out of Portage, Michigan. You there, Gail?
I'm here, Callie.
Hey, it's so great to have you. I'm excited for everyone to hear your story a little bit later about how you moved your real estate business from 35% to 98%. So I just wanted to let them know you were live, but we'll come back to you because I think you are amazing and I think you have an amazing story with what you've been able to do with Send Out Cards. So thank you so much for joining me tonight. I especially also want to thank our guest, as this may be the very first or second time you're hearing about Send Out Cards. And the information I'm going to share with you tonight could literally change your life. And I know you may be thinking, Callie, I've heard that before. But if you take the information and apply it, and I'm not talking about this business taking a ton of time. I'm talking about getting started in as little as 3 to 5 hours a week. Well, this business can completely change you. And here's the thing, you can get started part-time, but when your part-time income exceeds your full-time income, well, then you have the greatest problem in the world. Let me tell you a little bit about my story. I got started in this business because I was looking for something. You see, I thought I had done it all right. I went to college, got a great education, moved to Houston, went into the corporate world, and was blessed to make six figures by the time I was 30. The American dream, or at least I thought so. Except one day I wasn't able to get out of bed because I was miserable, absolutely miserable in the corporate world. And it wasn't so much my job. It was that my boss and my company owned my life. I had 12 days of vacation a year. I was spending 70% of my time on the road. And I knew the next 35 years of this was so not an option for me. So I was looking for something. And when I found this business and Send Out Cards, I knew it was the answer to my prayers. So what did I do? Well, I got started part-time alongside my full-time job as I wasn't ready to give up that hefty corporate salary just quite yet. And a few years ago, I was able to walk away from the corporate world for good. And so now I went from being miserable to absolutely loving my life because I get to choose how, when, and where I work and play. And I have to tell you, joining this company, one of the smartest business decisions I have ever made. But enough about me. Let me tell you a little bit about our company. Send Out Cards was founded in 2003 by Cody Bateman. We're headquartered in Salt Lake City, Utah, and we're a member of the Direct Selling Association. You see, it was Cody's goal to take the greeting card and gifting industry from a traditional brick and mortar type of business to an online click and order business, just like Amazon did for books, Netflix did for movies, and iTunes did for music. If you think about these three companies, they're multi-billion-dollar household names because they've been able to crush an inefficiency in the marketplace. In other words, they've made our lives easier. The way we buy books and so many other products today, completely different because of Amazon. I no longer go to a store. I was at my sister's house the other day. She had this alkalized water pitcher. I was like, that's really cool. And if I would have had to go to the store, I probably still wouldn't have it. But I went on to my Amazon app, ordered it, and 2 days later had it delivered, right? Made my life simple. Netflix is doing the same thing in the movie business. We no longer have to go to a movie store. No, we sit on our sofa, we pick up our remote, we click the Netflix button, and we have thousands of choices on demand. And iTunes completely changed the way we buy music. We don't go to a store. We don't even buy full albums or CDs anymore. We buy individual tracks and we do it right from our smartphone. Well, the same thing is happening in the greeting card and gifting business. The days of going to a store, well, they're over. Now, from your smartphone or your computer, from your home or office, you can select a card or create your own with your own photos, add your own message. You can even do it in your own handwriting and signature. And when you press send, we'll send out cards. We'll print, stuff, stamp, and mail that card for you, and they'll do it at a fraction of the cost. Because you see, we are in a digital revolution. Just think about this. The largest taxi company today owns no taxis. The largest telecom company owns no lines. The largest media owner creates no content. No, who creates the content for Facebook? We do. The largest movie house, we already talked about this one, owns no cinemas. The largest software vendors, they don't create the apps. Apple and Google don't create the apps. And soon to be, the company you're hearing about tonight, the largest greeting card and gift company, has no stores. That company, of course, SendOutCards. You see, SendOutCards is the right vehicle for two main reasons. One, when we find something that we love, we naturally tell other people about it. That's the business model SendOutCards is based on. The other thing that makes SendOutCards is so powerful is that we're all working and trying to build better relationships, both personally and professionally. And SendOutCards is the best relationship building program in the world. Over the past 13 years, our users have sent over 140 million greeting cards and over 7 million gifts. So, and it doesn't matter if you use a computer, because you can send a card from your computer, or you can send it right from your smartphone, because we have an app, and it doesn't matter if you're an iOS user or an Android user. You see, we live in a mobile world. Just think about all the things that we do on our smartphones today. We communicate. You may even be watching this webinar from your phone. We do our social media. We pay bills. We get direction. We watch news, weather, and sports. We take photos, lots and lots of photos on our smartphones these days. In the last, I believe, 4 years, we've taken more photos through our smartphones than in the entire history of the human race. And here's the thing. Now with SendOutCards, you can also do business right from your smartphone. So let me show you how that works. So this is an example of Steve Schultz's. We're on his smartphone. He's our president of field operations, and you'll see that app right up top that says SendOutCards. So we're going to click on that, and we're going to go into our card catalog. We have over 15,000 cards broken down by category, or you can create your own card with your own photo on it. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to click on your photo here, and now I can create a greeting card, a 3-panel card, an 8.5 by 11 big card, or a postcard. We're going to do our most popular, which is our 2-panel greeting card. And here we can just click on where it says your photo here. Now I can go into the photo library on my phone. I can take a photo, or I can go into the photos I already loaded in my SendOutCards account. So I'm going to go into my photo library, and I'm going to pick that picture of Emily up in the upper right-hand corner. And that's going to be the front of my card. From there, I can just swipe to the left and go to the inside left. And if I swipe again, I'm on the inside right. On the inside of the card, I can add more photos and or text. So we're going to add Emily a message, and I can type in that message, or with that little microphone down by the space bar, I can speak in my message. So, hey Emily, comma, it was great to see you at the game tonight, period. Good luck with your job interview, period. Let me know how it goes, period. Talk soon, comma, Steve. And from there, I can even change my font. I can add my signature, color, all of that. And when I hit done, it's going to take me to the back of the card. A standard SendOutCards has the SendOutCards logo on the back, but lots of our users want to be able to personalize the back of the card with their photos or their brands, and that's an option I'll talk to you a little bit more about in a few minutes. So from here, I can then check out, or I can add a gift. So we're going to add our famous 2-pack of brownies and send them to Emily. So I just select them and add them to my cart. I can now add another gift, or I can check out. We're in Steve's account, so his return address comes up. And then from there, we can go into our contacts and select Emily, or we can add her in as a new recipient. So we're going to do that. And we can even save her. So the next time we go to send her a card, she's already in our contacts. From here, we're ready to check out. And you'll see that this card and brownies cost us $4.50 in expense. So that's our shipping, and 13 points. In our best pricing, that equates to $5.03. So for under $10, I hit submit, and I just set Emily card, brownies, and all I had to do it was on the phone. Just if I wanted to send her just the card, well, it would be as little as $1.17 plus the stamp. But I want you to think about this. Remember earlier I talked about my sister being at my sister's house and ordering that water pitcher? What if in the same thing I had to go to the store and do this process? I would have to get in my car, drive to the store, find a card. One, it's not going to have Emily's picture on it. And if I flip it over, it's going to cost me $3.99, $4.99, $5.99 or more. And then going to have to go find the brownies, find a box, package it all up, tape it up, address it, then take it to the post office. And I don't know about your post office, but I typically have to wait in line. And when I get up there, they're probably going to have me ship it priority mail, which is $5.75 today. So even if I could send it for $10, which I don't think I could, but even if I could, what's my time worth? How long would that process take me? An hour and a half, when I can do it right from my smartphone in as little as 2 to 3 minutes. That's the power of SendOutCards and our product in building better relationships. I'm going to show you a couple of examples of some cards. Then I'm going to have Gail talk about how she's using it in her real estate business. But speaking of real estate, this is a home sweet home card that a real estate agent sent out to their clients with the new home on front, and then just a simple message on the inside thanking them for working with them and a few more pictures. Those clients, they're not throwing that card away. This is their brand new home. Here's an example of a nice to meet you card that I sent to Eric. It had his name all over the front and a picture of us on the inside. I ran into him a couple weeks ago. I sent this card to him last summer, and he said that card is still sitting on his desk because he loves it. Another example, SendOutCards is amazing for birthday cards, both personally and professionally, as a way to stay in touch. This is an example of a birthday card I sent. And the last one is a St. Patty's card I sent back in March. In about 22 minutes, I sent this card, added a personal message, hit send, and it went out to 317 people in my database, and every single card was personalized with their name in it. Took me total, with designing the card and sending it, about 20 minutes. If I literally had to sit down and write out every envelope or write out every card with the person's name, again, how much time would that take me? That's the power and the beauty of SendOutCards. So I want to bring back right now our special guest, Gail Zintek, to tell you about how she is using SendOutCards in her real estate business. She's a broker owner of Network Team Homes, and she's been in real estate for 13 years. She grew her real estate business from a 35% to a 98% referral business. She's also a rock star in SendOutCards, being an executive, an Eagles Nest member, and a multiple winner of our Circle in Excellence Award. So are you there, Gail? And can you share with everyone how you got started using SendOutCards in your real estate business and what it's done for you?
Absolutely, Callie. Can you hear me
I
okay?
can. Awesome.
All right. Well, back in 2007, I've been a BNI member, both Steve and I have, for about 10 years. And we had a visitor's day, and I attended that visitor's day in 2007, exchanged business cards with about 19 people that day. And 5 days later, I received a card in the mail. It had a picture of our business card on it, said nothing beats a great referral. On the inside was a personal message from the sender, who I don't remember meeting that day because we were playing this fast exchange game. But what happened was, when I sat down in my chair at my office and I pulled that card out of the envelope, it stopped me in my tracks, and I knew at that moment that this was something special. So I picked up the phone. I called Frank. And I said, "This is Gail Zintek. How did you do that card?" We met for coffee. He had me send a card to my husband, Steve, and I knew that this was the tool that I'd been looking for to celebrate and appreciate the clients, because at that time I didn't have a contact management system. I'd been looking for one. I was a fairly new agent, 3 years into the business, had about 75 transactions under my belt, and I didn't have my clients in any database. So that's what I saw about SendOutCards, as a way that I could organize my contacts, keep in touch with them in a special, memorable way that, like you mentioned, those clients who receive pictures, cards with pictures of their home, they never throw their cards away. And am I go into people's houses who I've sent cards to 6, 8 months previous, and those cards are on the refrigerator when I walk in the front door. So I know that there's power in this system, there's power in this product, and it's the vehicle that can help any business owner take their business to the next level and increase their referral business by simply reaching out in kindness and, saying hello.
Awesome, awesome. And it's something you're using every day in your business, just reaching out in kindness and friendship, celebrating people, correct?
Yes, well, as you were sharing the presentation, I went into my account and I thought, well, how many cards did I send today, and who did I send them to? Because I use the app every day, and I'm a person that I've sent over 20,000 cards from the SendOutCards system, and I had a little transition from going from my computer, because I was so comfortable with that, to utilizing the app when it came out. And today, okay, so I sent 100 cards today. I sent 90 cards to my farm, inviting them all to Pumpkin Fest that we're having next month, as well as letting them know that we have put our house on the market. And so, the picture of my house is on the front of the card, thanking them for being great neighbors. And so 90 cards went out. It took me about an hour, maybe an hour and a half, to create that card with content, and it took me 30 seconds to send 90 cards. That's what I love about the system, is that ease. But then on the flip side, this is the first week back to school here in Michigan, because of, we wait till after Labor Day. So my news feed has been filled with, parents posting pictures of children with their little boards of, what grade they're in and where they're going to school. And I just spent probably 30 minutes taking about 7 of those pictures and sending cards from my app, and not to the parents, but to the children. And so I was thinking, okay, my hairdresser, I never see her posts on my news feed, but guess what? Cruz went to kindergarten, and guess who got a card today? It was Cruz who's getting a card. My housekeeper, 2 of her 4 kids, Jada and Peyton, were standing at the bus stop, and literally it took me 30 seconds to save a picture, and all I said was, Cruz, you're going to, have a blast in kindergarten this year. You're going to, be a rock star. Your friend Gail, he probably doesn't know who I am, but guess what? My picture's on the back of the card for the custom branding. So these cards that go out, 30 seconds, celebrating people, and, those are the cards that are going to have an impact. The sophomore in high school who, Brandon doesn't even remember me. I sold his parents a house when he was probably 3 or 4 years old. Now he's a sophomore. I saw their picture. I have them in my contact manager, so Brandon's getting a card, telling him to rock it out in high school.
And what I think is awesome about it is that you're not asking for referrals. They're just coming because you're celebrating other people's lives. You're building relationships. And so you don't have to really ask for the referrals. People are just naturally thinking of you when they need a real estate agent, or when their friends say they need a real estate agent.
So I was at an appointment this morning, Callie, with a client who's putting their home back on the market. and my phone rings, and it's a gal that we tried to sell their home probably about 3 or 4 years ago when the market wasn't so great. They chose to rent it. They moved to Ohio. She called me today to say, Gail, we're going to be moving our family back to Michigan next spring. We want you to sell the house that we currently are renting and help us buy a home. That's two transactions. I
Awesome.
come home from that and I said, how is BNI to Steve? Steve says, oh, I got 2 referrals today at BNI. 4 referrals in one day without really even asking for them. And it's just because we found this mechanism called SendOutCards that allows us to stay in touch with people in a memorable, friendly way that keeps us top of mind. So when they are in need of a realtor, we come to mind.
Awesome, awesome. Thanks for sharing. I'm gonna go and talk about the pricing now and how send out cards work and how people can get started. So we've talked about the product and the power and the ability to send a card for the fraction of the cost. So for our best pricing, we have this monthly preferred package where it loads 100 bonus points into your account. A standard greeting card is 3 points, so that's 33 cards for $39 a month. If you're sending cards and 2 packs of brownies, it's about 7 of them, and then the shipping is just on top of that. If you don't use all your points in a month, they roll over for 18 months, or if you need additional ones because you're sending a lot of cards, you're locked into that 39 cents per point. And the best thing is there's no commitment and you can cancel online at any time because we believe in the power of our product. We also have a pay-as-you-go option. You can literally buy 1 card at a time for $1.98 plus the stamp for the greeting card. One of the things we talked about was the personal brand manager. That's the back of the card. I showed it in our example, but Gail also mentioned it when she was sending those cards to the kids. And so we've bundled that service with our most popular, like handwriting and signatures, and our relationship marketing portal. And so you may not know what the best bundle is for you right now. That's okay. Get back with the person who invited you onto this business presentation, and they'll help determine what's best for you and your needs. But those bundles, well, they're one-time prices with an annual renewal. And in each of them, you do get cards to get you started. 33 in the personal bundle, 66 in the marketing, and 133 in the business bundle. But again, if you're not sure which one's for you, get back with the person who invited you onto this webinar. We also have one more option for a $50 add-on one-time fee with a $59 annual renewal. You can become a distributor and get paid to share send out cards with others. And this distributor package gives you everything you need, including a back office and marketing website. So there's 4 types of people who get started with send out cards. The first is someone who simply wants to be a customer and use this amazing system to build better relationships. The second is what the company calls the referral partner. I love to call this, I want to get my money back. Together with the person who sponsored you, you're going to go out, talk to a few people you know that you think would also love this system. And when they sign up, you get paid for sharing it with them, and you're getting your money back. You're getting your system and your marketing to pay for itself. And I know, Gail, that was definitely something you did in the beginning, and you're going to share a little bit more about that shortly. The third is someone who wants to earn money working part-time, right? Part-time income, a house payment, a car payment. And the fourth is someone like me that was looking for a way out and wanted to replace my current income. So I'm going to come back to those 4 types of people a little bit later. But before we go there, let me talk about how you make money with send out cards. So let's say you're a 2, 3, or 4 and you decide to get a bundle and add a $50 distributor option. So when you go out and sponsor your 3 of those $39 preferred customers in your first 30 days, well, you make a $50 fast start bonus. So you just got back the $50 you spent to become a distributor. From there, let's say you go out and you sell some marketing bundles. Well, for every $395 marketing bundle you sell, you make a $140 commission, and you can sell as many marketing bundles as you want. When you've sold 3 marketing bundles and you get your 3 preferred customers in your first 30 days, you've now made $470. Let's say you purchased the marketing bundle yourself. Well, you've now gotten your money back. When you do this, you have 3 preferred customers and 3 marketing bundles. And let's say, for hypothetical reasons, all 3 of those marketing bundles also decided to add the $50 distributor option. Well, then you would promote to the level of manager and send out cards. And when you become a manager, nothing changes except you make more money. So now when you go out and sell a marketing bundle, you still make that $140 commission, but as long as you have your customer requirement of you plus 3 preferred customers, you also make a $100 CAB, also stands for customer acquisition bonus. And again, you can sell as many marketing bundles as you want, and you continue to make $240 for each one you sell, as long as you have your customer requirement. But this is where it gets really cool. Let's say those 3 became distributors as well, and they go out and sell marketing bundles. Well, you make $100 for every single marketing bundle sold in your manager group, and that bonus is paid to an unlimited number of levels. So just imagine 10, 20, or 100 people joining your team in a given month. That's big money. And that's just the right now money. With SendOutCards, you can also build a residual income because we get paid on all the cards and gifts sent by our organization. So let's go back to those first 3 people. And let's say you teach them to go find 3 distributors who find 3 distributors who find 3, and you take that down 7 levels. Well, you'd have 3,259 people in your organization. And just imagine each person had themselves and 3 preferred customers. Well, that comes out to $16,267 per month in residual income. And if you did the same in your manager code, well, that comes to $36,597. Now, no, it's never going to build exactly like this because we don't live in a perfect world. Because face it, some people are going to do more, some people are going to do less, and some people are going to do very, very little. But let's say 90% of this example failed. It didn't happen and only 10% did. Well, that's still over $5,000 per month in your distributor and your manager groups. $5,000 per month, month in and month out. How would that change your life? What could you do that you're currently not doing? That's the opportunity here on hand with SendOutCards. And manager is just our first promotion level. We have 4 additional levels. So there's 4 types of people who get started in SendOutCards. And when we send you back to the person who invited you here tonight, let them know if you're a 1 and you're interested in being a customer. 2, you're a referral partner. You want to become a distributor just to get your money back and get your marketing to pay for itself. 3, you want to earn money working part-time. You want to create this into a car payment or a house payment. Or 4, you want to replace your current income. So Gail, I know that you fell in love with the product for your real estate business, but I also know you've fallen in love with the business model of SendOutCards, and you and your husband are distributors. You're one of our newest executives in SendOutCards. Can you talk about why, as an owner of an amazing real estate business, why you're also building a SendOutCards business?
Yes, ma'am. I always go back to what my husband Steve says. He says, there's no out in real estate, and there's no retirement plan. When you don't sell a house, you don't get paid, and so you're recreating yourself over and over and over again. So when we saw the opportunity 9 years ago in 2007, we were given the same option that you're being given today. Add $50 and become a distributor or become a customer. I knew I was going to become a customer. I knew I was going to use this service, but I just knew that if we thought it was a great idea, other people would think it was a great idea. So why not take that chance? And we didn't get into it to build a Send Out Cards business. Send Out Cards builds itself. If you use the product, if you are a product of the product and you're sending out cards, you will have people ask you, how do you do that? And if it's in you to share it with others and get paid, then it's a good thing. So the entrepreneurial spirit in us chose the distributor route, and it turns out, Kelly, it was a really good idea, because not only has Send Out Cards been instrumental in helping us create success in our real estate business, where we've closed 42 deals so far this year, 42 homes so far this year. It's been our best year as realtors in 13 years. But not only is it instrumental in helping us create that success, we have shared Send Out Cards with colleagues, with family and friends, and clients who are now customers and distributors in our organization. And our Send Out Cards business spans 20 plus states in Canada so far. The money we make each month far surpasses the cost of sending cards and gifts, and we send a lot of cards and gifts. So, Steve and I love the Bateman family. We're extremely passionate about our Send Out Cards twofold mission to help millions of people act on their promptings, reaching out in kindness to make a positive impact on our world today, and in doing so, creating for ourselves, our family, and our business partners a vehicle for financial freedom. And that's what Send Out Cards means to us.
I love it. And I actually am staring right now behind my computer screen a card that I have in a frame that your husband sent to me. So it's awesome. And I'm so glad you're part of this company, because without it, I would have never had the chance to get to know you. And I think you guys are both absolutely amazing, and amazing people, amazing at this business, and we are blessed to have you part of Send Out Cards. So we are almost done here. Want to leave you with a couple last things, right? Get started now. Send Out Cards is going to experience international expansion over the next several years. We're currently in 7 countries: the United States, Canada, Ireland, the United Kingdom, Australia, New Zealand, and Singapore. We're poised for massive growth. We will become a worldwide household name. And I know, Gail, this slide says millions of people are going to experience Send Out Cards in the next few years, but I truly believe in the next few months. So before we turn you over, I want to leave you with this one last thought. I love this quote from Sir Richard Branson. He said, if someone offers you an amazing opportunity and you're not sure you can do it, say yes and then learn how to do it later. Say yes and then learn how to do it later. And I don't want any of you walking away tonight and saying, you know what, this is really great, but I don't have the time or I don't have the money. This opportunity we're presenting to you tonight could completely change that for you, where you would never have to say those things again. Because here's the thing, my dad once told me, when everyone, Callie, is walking one way, have the courage, turn around and walk the other way. And when I got started with Send Out Cards, I was working full time. I had a lot on my plate, but I wanted something new and different. So I decided to turn around and walk the other way. And I will tell you, it's made all the difference in the world, not only financially, but also emotionally. So get back with the person who invited you here tonight. Let them know if you're a 1, a 2, a 3, or a 4, and let Gail and I be the very first people to welcome you to Send Out Cards. Thanks, everyone. Thank you, Gail. Have a great evening. So great having you all on. Bye.
Bye, everyone.